Without me, that is the moment that I return. A battle cry for the nights that really I could have died. Ayo, ayo, ayo. Every time that I ever broke down and I cried. Ayo, ayo, ayo. To the people who try to make me run, make me hide. Ayo, ayo, ayo. Told me that they love me, but in the end they lied. Ayo, ayo, ayo. I gotta push forward, I'm never hitting reverse. Ayo, ayo, ayo. To the woman who left me, I've never seen her since birth. Ayo, ayo. To the people who told me I'm stupid and I was dumb. Ayo, ayo, ayo. And to those who told me what I would never become. Ayo, ayo, ayo. I'm a survivor, I'm like MacGyver. I'm gonna make it, when will they learn? I am the driver, I am a rider. Yes, you can hate me, not my concern. I'm a survivor, I'm like MacGyver. I'm gonna make it, when will they learn? Right when you doubt me, move on without me. That is the moment that I return. Making paper like Michael, I'm feeling like a boss. Never took a break, not Rachel and Ross. They've been too biased, they can get crossed. 815, now it's time to get lost. Henny in your system, a system like Dennis. Yes, I found a lane like my last name, Bennis. Going Bill 9, so they can deny. Yes, I've been cooking in a lab like a chemist. Hate it or love it, but I won't stop till the day that I reach the top. Oh yeah. A legend is what I'll be. I ain't going nowhere, so you can get to know me. I don't care what you have to say, everything is gonna be okay. Yo, if y'all ain't got nowhere to go, just sit back, enjoy the show. Show, 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 show. Just sit back, enjoy the show. Show, 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 show. Just sit back, enjoy. And I ain't got shame, that's just me being frank. I invested in myself like a shark, no tank. I made it through the weeds like Nancy, no dank. To the day I get a Grammy saying who I wanna thank. If y'all ain't talking dope, then y'all ain't saying nothing like Maggie. Redefining hip-hop, the tracks are still swaggy. Thought I cooled off, thought you had me, but my lines burn after reading like Bradley. Hate it or love it, but I won't stop till the day that I reach the top. Oh yeah. A legend is what I'll be. I ain't going nowhere, so you can get to know me. I don't care what you have to say, everything is gonna be okay. Yo, if y'all ain't got nowhere to go, just sit back, enjoy the show. Show, 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 show. Just sit back, enjoy the show. Show, 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 show. Just sit back, enjoy the show. Stayed around the stew like Dill. Bet I could put you in your place like Phil. Call Miss Keaton, I'm going for the kill. Tim Taylor flows, y'all people know the drill. Or act out of character, yeah, that's American crime. Y'all like Peralta only going 9-9. I give 100%, I got a hunger for the game. Like I 8 to 11, I was made for prime time. Hate it and love it, but I won't stop till the day that I reach the top. Oh yeah. A legend is what I'll be. I ain't going nowhere, so you can get to know me. I don't care what you have to say, everything is gonna be okay. Yo, if y'all ain't got nowhere to go, just sit back, enjoy the show. Show, 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 show. Just sit back, enjoy the show. Show, 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 show. Just sit back, enjoy the show. I got a hunger for the game. Like I 8 to 11, I was made for prime time. Then I got a hunger for the game. Like I 8 to 11, I was made for prime time.
Motherfucker.
Hold on, I hope y'all watching this shit.
First round, real quick.
People that are in those training rooms with him know how good
Because he just knocks dudes out real quick in the first round.
Yeah, but now we're gonna get a good. I might fuck with this guy. He just, to me,
I
thought he was a con artist.
No,
just based off his look.
They're at edge.
Holy shit! What the hell just happened?
What's up, motherfuckers? Welcome to Easy Money, a sports betting show, Monday, October 18th, 2021. Hope everybody had a great weekend. It was a pretty good weekend if you're a sports fan. There was a lot of stuff going on. Got a few live games today. Got a National League Championship Series in baseball. Astros, or American League, excuse me, Astros and Red Sox. Have Monday Night Football tonight with Buffalo Bills against the Tennessee Titans. Also have like 3 or 4 hockey games tonight going on live, so we'll talk about all that, and then we'll look ahead at some of the opening lines for the NFL for next week.
Yesterday was a good day for football.
If you could get on our merch store, purchase one of them Steve is Missing shirts.
Yeah,
because we still can't find him.
Steve's missing.
We don't know where he's at. So if you could help us out, get one of them shirts to help us try to figure out what happened to Steve. We'd appreciate it. But all right, Eric. I'm Chris. We got Eric like always. What's going on, man?
Oh man, worn out. Exhausted. I aged probably a good 10 years last night watching that game. Holy crap, but thank goodness for them.
I'll tell you
my boys come out on top.
I'll tell you guys.
Hit me a nice good bet on that too.
I'll tell you guys this much. If you took the 4 picks that I gave out yesterday for NFL and put them in a parlay, which I did yesterday, you won some money.
Mm-hmm.
I went 4-0 on my NFL picks yesterday on the picks I gave out. And I played that parlay, hit it. And then my other 2 parlays was down to 1 game. Chargers killed my first half, or Chargers killed that parlay, and then the Chiefs killed one of my parlays. I had the Chiefs first half parlay, and that didn't work out. What I'm saying is, if you're not watching Easy Money, you need to watch Easy Money because we're giving out winners.
We hit. Yesterday, the GSR crew and Tony, our number 1 fan, shout out Tony. We went out to the casino in Caesars Sportsbook and spent the day out there having fun and watching some football. And what did we hit? 3 or 4 parlays out there yesterday?
I think 4.
Between all of us. Yep. And all different ones, not the same one.
I hit one. Me and my dad hit one last week out there too on college football.
Yeah.
The money I used yesterday was the money I'd won from the week before, and then I won yesterday. So I was like, hell yeah, I'm coming home with a little money in my pocket. That's always a good thing. It don't always happen like that. But hey,
Oh yeah, I hit that.
Yesterday's bet came down to. I needed the Cowboys to get a touchdown in overtime, not a field goal. I didn't think I had a chance. I thought I was done. I thought Eric was going to win his because the Cowboys was going to win the game. I didn't think they was going to score a touchdown.
My parlay hit on that.
Lucky. Dude
on
broke
that one. I was like, woo.
Dude broke loose, and I was like, oh, hell yeah. I didn't think it was going to happen. I'm not going to lie.
Yeah, and then the one of the other bets I hit was only down to 1. It was I didn't think the Colts were going to blow them out of the water that bad. It was at 11 points, They had 11, and so I thought, hey, 11 points should cover this. Let's go ahead and take that one, and that's the only one that missed me on a big one.
Yeah.
On that parlay.
Well, I'm a big Colts fan. I stayed away from that game because I thought the Colts would win, but I couldn't. I was like, man, I don't know if they'll win by 10. And hell, in the way our defense had been playing, we're short on cornerbacks. I was like, well, fuck, is this going to be a close game? Hell, we might fuck around and lose. I mean, you never know.
Because it was 10.
So I stayed away from it. I was like, I'm gonna stay away from it.
At 10, I wasn't going to do it because I was like, they might win by 10. But then once they hit 11, I was like, all right, I'm going to go at it at 11.
Yeah, I was like, I'm staying away from that game. Because if I was going to bet something, it would have been probably Houston plus 11, and I'm not going to bet against the Colts. So
Right.
I'm not going to sit there hoping my favorite team gets beat so I can win.
Yeah, so damn Colts.
But we will be live next Sunday night with the Colts and Tennessee live watch along for the Colts Tennessee game next Sunday night. I think we're going to the sports book during the day.
This Sunday. It's Monday.
Oh
yeah. Yeah, I'm still lost in the haze of last night.
Week 7. That's how I go by it. Week 7 of the NFL. All right, let's get into tonight's games. Let's jump into baseball first. You got the American League Championship Series going on. Astros at the Red Sox tonight. Houston's minus 1.5 on the run line, minus 102 money line. Red Sox are minus 116 on the money line. Over under for this game set at 9. Damn, they have this game almost at a pick 'em. You got Urquidy on the mound for the Astros. Rodriguez is on the mound for the Red Sox.
They have different odds on Caesars.
Do they? Yeah.
The Sox are minus 111. And Houston's plus 101.
Oh, fuck, you can actually get plus money there. On FanDuel, they're both minus.
Yeah, Houston's plus 101 on Caesars. Over under still 9.
Yeah. In the Astros, in 96 plate appearances against Rodriguez this season, Houston has hit 302 off of Rodriguez. Astros ranked second in the league in batting average and on-base percentage versus left-handed pitching. Red Sox offense is really good, but Rodriguez has struggled versus the Astros. I like the Astros tonight against the Red Sox. They hit left-handed pitching. Like I said, they're second best in the league against lefties. And in 96 plate appearances against this pitcher, they hit
Urquidy?
No, against Rodriguez.
Oh, against Rodriguez.
They hit 302 off this pitcher in 96 plate appearances against this pitcher. Hitting 302 off of them as a team. That's fucking good. And they're second best in the league at hitting lefties. So I like the Astros in this game tonight. I would almost take the Astros at the minus 1.5 because it's you get at plus 160 juice. But I'm not that confident. I'm more confident that the Astros will win the game. But I don't know if they're going to win by 2 runs. So I would go on the money line at the minus 102 on FanDuel. But on Caesar Sportsbook, you can actually get it. I think it's plus 108 or something like that. You get plus money. Yeah, plus 101. So you can get plus money at
Red Sox to win by 4 runs. It's plus 450. If the Red Sox win by 4 runs, or if that's the one you take.
Yeah. Let's see what's this. Kyle Schwarber or Hunter Renfroe to hit a home run.
Hunter Renfroe.
Yeah, that's what I said.
There's a Hunter Renfroe in baseball? I didn't realize that.
I thought the same thing as when I was saying it, but
Sounded weird, huh?
but it was at plus 120, and you get it boosted to plus 160. And just one of them have to hit a home run, and I mean Schwarber, fuck, that dude can hit a home run anytime he steps up.
Yeah.
But no, I like the Astros tonight.
Oh.
I'll take the Astros money line just because of the pitching matchup. The Astros have slaughtered Rodriguez all season, and Rodriguez has struggled against lefties, or no. And Astros hit lefties second best in the league. I just think the Astros are going to score runs tonight. But the Red Sox offense can get going too. But I like Urquidy's pretty damn good. He has I think his ERA on the season is just right at 3 or a little bit under 3. He's had a solid season. I think the Astros are going to get a little more out of their starter than what the Red Sox are. That's why I lean toward the Astros.
I hate the Astros. Being a Ranger fan, I hate the Astros. Ross, fuck your Astros.
And then tomorrow, Tuesday night, you have a National League Championship Series game, Braves and Dodgers. We'll dive deep into this game tomorrow, but Dodgers are -1.5 on the run line, -174 money line. Braves are +146 on the money line. Over under at 7.5 is what they have it on FanDuel.
The Hunter Renfroe is
I know who
I
he
wasn't
is
thinking
now.
of the dude.
I know
yeah,
who he is
the
now,
name's
yeah.
not spelt the same
Yeah.
way. I was like,
Yeah, he can hit the fuck out of the ball too.
I remember him with the Padres. Seeing his name for some reason with the Padres. I don't know why I didn't associate him with the Red Sox. Yeah.
You got Morton on the mound for the Braves and Buehler on the mound for the Dodgers. Braves are up 2-0 in this series. With
Man.
two walk-off wins.
I know. My early
Which I told Stevie on
playoff prediction was I thought if somebody said you had to pick right now who's gonna win, I was like the winner of the Giants Dodgers series I thought was gonna win the World Series.
I thought I'm gonna be honest. I thought the Giants was gonna beat the Dodgers. I
I honestly did too.
But the Braves won the last 2 games on walk-off, and then on Saturday I told Stevie because when he came over here for the fights, he goes, "He messaged me that day and said that we was talking. And he goes, "Who you like in the game tonight?" I said, "Dude, you take the Braves. Max Fried starting in the playoffs at home.
Yeah, you don't go against.
You don't go
Fried.
against Max Fried." And I told him that last week and he won. I told him that Saturday and he took it in a hit. And I had it too in a parlay and I missed that. I had it parlayed with some. But I had it parlayed with some of the Bellator fights and I ended up missing it by 1. But the Braves, the Braves, with Fried on the mound. But Morton's had a solid season. So has Buehler. This should be a good game. But I think I would go with the Braves at the +146. I know it's back in LA, but that's just good value though, because the Braves have been hot. I know you are going back to LA, so you have to keep that.
On Caesars, they're +157. The Braves are.
Is it +1.5 from the run line?
Yep. 7.5 over under.
At what juice is the run line at?
It don't say on here.
Oh, it don't give you a little number under it?
Not on this part right here.
It's -140. I'd almost take that. I'd almost take the I'd lean toward that too. The Braves at +1.5. You're still getting at -140. That's not bad. And
oh yeah, on this right here it does. I switched it. It's 140.
okay, so it's the same.
Mm-hmm.
I would lean toward that. But if you're really confident in the Braves, that +146 sounds pretty damn good too. I like the under the 7.5 though. I don't think it's going to be a high scoring game. Both the games in Atlanta were low scoring games. I look for this one to be a low scoring game. I like the under 7.5.
You got
definitely.
decent. You got good pitching. You know on both sides. They're decent pitching. Their bullpens ain't bad. They got good defense.
But just think, dude, the Braves lost their best player.
Yeah,
They lost their best player for the season in Acuna Jr. and then started playing better.
seemed like it.
And don't get me wrong, because I don't want people jumping on here and going crazy. I'm not at all saying that they're better without Acuna Jr.
Oh no! Just imagine how much better they would be.
That's what I'm saying. I'm saying I'm surprised how good they was able to play without him.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? I'm not by any means trying, because Acuna Jr. is a bad dude. But if they had him right now, they'd be a lot better.
Yeah. They would.
I was just surprised they were able to keep it together and put together a run like they did to get where they are. I mean, nobody expected it. When Acuna Jr. got hurt, you couldn't find one person other than people in the Atlanta Braves locker room that thought that would tell you that the Braves was going to be in the National League Championship Series. Most people didn't think the Braves would make the playoffs after Acuna Jr. got hurt.
Yeah. When you have a guy that's that big of a contributor on your team,
Yeah.
that would have been almost the equivalent, would you say, of like when the Pujols' contribution to his team. Take somebody like that out of your lineup, and
Yeah.
you got to have 2 or 3, 4 guys damn near to fill the stat sheets up the same way that these guys are doing.
Yeah, they had some of their young guys really step up.
And they've had Alves out a couple times here and there. And
Yeah.
he's a solid player. I like Ozzy Alves.
Yeah, Alvarez is solid. Like I said, we'll dig a little deeper in that game tomorrow, too, because we'll be live tomorrow morning for Easy Money, a sports betting show. All right, let's move to Monday Night Football tonight. Got the Buffalo Bills at the Tennessee Titans. Bills are 6-point favorites. Minus 260 on the money line. Titans are plus 215 on the money line. Over-under for this game is at 53.5.
It's minus 270 and plus 220 on Caesars. It's a little bit.
Yeah.
A little bit more.
I like the Bills in this game. It has moved toward the Bills because last night when I was doing some research and stuff, the Bills were minus 5.5. Now it's minus 6. So it's, I mean, if you like the Bills, I'd get it now because it's probably going to keep. It's probably I would say by Sunday this is going to be at least 7. This is going to be probably Bills minus 7 or maybe 7.5 by Sunday. So if you like the Bills, I'd jump on it now before it gets any more points. Because you'd rather have it at 6 than 7. You're gonna get more
by Sunday. The game's gonna happen today.
or tonight. No, in fact, I'm thinking next week. My bad. But no, this is probably going to move more. So I would get it before it gets up. It's probably going to get to 6.5 or 7.
I think you
by
meant
game
before
time.
kickoff.
Yeah, that's what I meant. Yeah, but before kickoff tonight, that's going to get up to at least 7. I would say.
Mm-hmm.
And you want to get
I
it.
think that's probably a good possibility.
And if you like the Bills, you want to get it before the 7, because I mean it's a lot easier to avoid that push. You get a lot more pushes at 7 than what you're going to get at 6 a lot of times.
Mm-hmm.
I'd rather. I think the Bills are going to win by probably 2 touchdowns myself.
I think.
Unless the Titans can get their running game going, but Tannehill hasn't played very good this year. But I can't say
They
it's
get
all
Julio back.
I
Though.
can't say it's all his fault either because Brown's been out, Julio's been out. I mean, they haven't been able to have all their weapons on the field at the same time.
Julio's back today.
Yeah,
I need him to have a huge game.
but I don't know. I just the Bills look pretty damn. They just look pretty damn tough all around.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, they do look tough.
But I would take the Bills at the minus 6. One or more TDs scored in each quarter of the Titans-Bills game is boosted up to plus 160. I don't know about that. No, I like this one. Derrick Henry and Stephon Diggs to each score a touchdown. And that was at plus 210, and you can get that boosted to plus 300. I like that because I could see both them scoring a touchdown. Diggs and Henry, I could see both them scoring a touchdown.
On here they have a Diggs, A.J. Brown, and Dawson Knox all scored touchdown plus 2,000 boost. That's possible, really.
Yeah.
Dawson Knox has been playing great.
Oh, yeah.
Is A.J. Brown playing?
I'm not sure.
I don't know if he was injured or if,
I think he came back last week and played because they wouldn't want to have Julio. As long as he made it through that last week's game, all right, he should be playing. And that brings up something that, I mean, especially people that aren't used to doing sports betting or just getting into it. You don't always have to use the same book. Compare different books, and you can get your best. You can get the best number you can get. Because just like here, I'm on the FanDuel app because that's just what I usually use, and Eric was on the Caesar Sportsbook app.
yeah, I was checking their app out.
And there's going to be the little differences in the odds and stuff. So shop around, and get the best number you can get. Like I like going out we go to Anderson because that's where it's closest. But we go to the casino there, and when they have a Caesar Sportsbook there, I like going there because I'll be honest with you, I like walking up there with a ticket in my hand and cashing it.
Yeah,
I mean,
it's just that old school feel, you know. It's just that. It's
I'm
adrenaline.
I'm not gonna lie, I was having a good time yesterday, but about halftime of that Cowboys game, I was hurting pretty bad. I'd have been cool with leaving, but I was like, man, if this game hits, I can go up here and cash this ticket. So I was like, no. I was like, cause I love that part, man. You go right up there and they give you your money right then.
Yeah.
I had my cash in my hand like 2 minutes. Within 5 minutes of that game ending, I was paid.
Man.
And plus, it's a fun atmosphere at the sports book.
Oh yeah.
There was probably 30 people there watching that game, and none of us knew hardly any. I mean, it wasn't like we all knew each other. But when the Cowboys scored, and half of us weren't even Cowboys fans. But everybody that had money on, everybody was jumping up, giving everybody fives. I mean, it was a cool atmosphere. It's fun.
What was the dude's name the dude with the white shirt?
Oh fuck!
I can't remember his name.
I can't remember his name.
Yeah, there was one other Cowboy fan in there besides me.
My dad would know his name. I can't remember his name, man.
Dude was like
He's
from the same small town that I'm from in Texas.
Yeah, he's a cool dude, real cool dude. We met him last year out there at the sports book.
Oh yeah, it got hype out there last night, man. It was so hype.
It's fun. It's fun to go out there.
The whole area went. You would have thought we was at Dallas Stadium watching the game.
Like we went out there last year, for college football. And man, it's fun going out there for college football. It'll be packed, and
I had been out there for horse racing several times, but I haven't really been out there for the sports
I like going out there for the horses too. That's what my dad really likes too. But he's getting into this, going out there for the games. Well, you heard him yesterday. You want to come out here next week? So I think we're gonna go out there for a little while on Sunday, and then come back and go live for the Colts. But yeah, what do you think about this game tonight with Buffalo and Tennessee?
You know, I think I'm kind of almost leaning towards Tennessee. I think it's going to be a better game than maybe people are anticipating. Because you say that's what I was going to check. If AJ Brown was healthy and they got Julio back, surely, you know, like they're due for a big game together. Tannehill's surely going to have a game eventually, you know. You would think.
I don't know if Brown's back. I thought he played last week.
He's questionable.
Brown's questionable.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. And Julio's Julio.
Oh yeah, good. Also, when me and Eric, after that Dallas game, me and Eric go up there, we get in line to cash our tickets.
Oh, yeah.
And this dude comes up to us, and he's like, look at this, look at this. I mean, this dude was shaking. He couldn't even believe what had just happened.
He had like an eight leg.
But he had like an 8 or 9 leg parlay and won like, what was that, $8,000?
It was $5.
Yeah, $5,000. And he was all shaking. He goes, he said, look, he goes, that happened, and look at that. It was. I mean, this dude couldn't believe it. And it was. It was great.
Big shout out to that
great.
dude.
I don't
he
know
woke
his
up
name.
happy today.
I don't know his name. I wish I did, but yeah,
Yeah.
big shout because he was.
No, I wouldn't say his name out here because he.
Yeah, but you know what I mean. But he's so happy. He was so happy, but he
Yeah.
couldn't. But he couldn't believe it either. He wanted somebody to check it, and confirm. Like, yeah, dude, you won.
yeah. He was like, this is right,
Yeah.
right? He was like, this is
He said,
happening,
"Look, I had
right?
this happened."
Yeah,
I'm like, "Yeah, dude, it's good." He was like, "Okay." But it was great.
yeah. He was like, look, I was like, oh, my. Yeah. That dude, if he could have like jumped out of his skin, he would have jumped out of his skin that day and ran around in circles. Like that's
I
good.
could- but, hey,
That feels
dude,
good
I
to
couldn't
see
ima-
people like that. You know, somebody hit
Yeah.
really
And he
big
only-
like that, and
What did he bet? Like $30 or
the
something.
pluses on there, like
And
just a hard one to hit, and he hit it.
Everything
Wow.
everything fell into place.
Yeah, and those kind of days happen to you, and then some days it happens like
Well, hey,
Stevie.
Mine
Half
not-
a point didn't cover, and he would have hit big.
Well, like that game last night with Dallas, I needed them to win by a 6,
Yeah.
and I got lucky as hell when that game got in overtime. I thought for sure somebody was going to win by a field goal,
Mm-hmm.
and he broke loose. If he wouldn't have broke loose, they wouldn't go for a touchdown. Just like last night, Pittsburgh. Oh fuck, Pittsburgh has the ball, dude. Almost 2 minutes left. They're like on the 30. I'm like, fucking go for a touchdown.
Right.
They fucking kneel, and kick a fucking field goal. I'm like, dude, go for the touchdown. You score the touchdown, I win $250
Mm-hmm.
on a $10 bet. Well, I wouldn't have won yet. I'd have had all my legs covered until tonight's game. I had Buffalo tonight, -5.5.
Yeah, I tell you,
And dude, that was going to be a $250 payout on a $10 bet.
that'd have been a nice little hit right there.
Which I hit 130 something yesterday on a $10 bet. Fuck, dude, you can't you can't beat that.
Mm-hmm. Really, yesterday there weren't a whole lot of good games. To be honest, there was a crap load of blowouts.
The week before there was a lot of close games.
The Vikings Carolina game
That was
a good game. That was a crazy game there at the end.
I got lucky
I know,
on that one.
I know he
Game
was
too.
over there. Come on, this game should be over. This
Yeah.
game should be over.
Yeah.
Like, let's go.
That game should have never went in overtime.
It was like that time. That was like the longest, like 2.5 or 2 minutes and 23 seconds, whatever it was, when we was.
Well, Dad's going, oh, they're up by 10. It's all good. It's good. No, I know how the like. No, it's not good.
Yeah, Christian goes, this game should be over. This game should be over. That was great.
Cam Newton says he wants to play. Seeking
yeah.
right spot.
Where's the right spot for that?
I don't know.
Speaking of Cam, think he'll come back?
I don't know because I don't know.
Miami?
I don't know if there's anywhere. That might be the only place he might be able to go and start. I don't know if anybody else is going to want him as a starter, and I don't think he wants to be a backup. Not that
Do
he
you
don't
think
want to be a
he's-
backup. I just don't think with him being as polarizing as he is and shit,
Mhm.
I don't think a team's going to want him as a backup because
Right.
they don't want they don't want people talking about your backup quarterback.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? They want your backup quarterback to be kind of hid and just do your job. They want to be answering questions about their backup quarterback all the time.
Right. I'd say that's probably there or
Or maybe Houston if they get rid of if Deshaun Watson's
Deshaun.
going on,
what about Denver?
depending on what they get for him.
You think he's better than Bridgewater?
I don't know. I don't know if he is at this point. Because, I mean, that last year when he played New England.
Bridgewater was a little bit more consistent.
Last year when he played in New England, there was times he would throw the ball good, but then there was times it looked like something was wrong with his shoulder. He like something would catch. And dude, he would throw the ball straight down in the ground.
Maybe
But there
he
was
just
also, but there was,
maybe he just had the yips.
but then there were some times where he looked pretty good.
Yeah.
Thing about Bridgewater is he's usually pretty consistent and usually don't turn the ball over. And then you have the Panthers are looking decent with Darnold. I mean, Darnold he still has to cut his turnovers down,
But I think he's on the
but
right
he's getting
path,
better.
though.
Yeah. Well, I like that. Matt Rule's a good coach.
Yeah.
I didn't know how he was going to transfer over from college to the NFL, but it seems like the players really like him.
He would have got buried if he would have stayed with the Jets. It would have ruined his career, I think.
Oh, Darnold. Oh
Yeah.
yeah. He got away from Adam Gase.
Yeah. And I think now, like you said, still a new team, new everything. He's probably got his confidence was probably shot, being there in New York, and he's getting a little bit of his swagger back, and that first round draft pick, status, what he was in college. Like, you're seeing more of that now.
Yeah.
The reasons why everybody was so high on him. You're seeing it more and more, like why he just need, like you said, cut down some of the like mistakes and
Get away from Adam Gase. I'm telling you, that dude's terrible. He's almost, well, I don't know. Him and Matt Nagy are probably pretty fucking level. Matt Nagy's terrible too.
and also if they have if McCaffrey ever stays healthy, that's just going to help him out a lot.
He's out at
too.
least 3 more weeks.
Yeah, so that's kind of hurt him a little bit so far this year.
All right, let's jump into these 3 hockey games real quick, and then we'll jump into and look ahead at the NFL lines for this next week. You got the New York Rangers at the Toronto Maple Leafs. The Maple Leafs are -1.5 on the puck line. -188 money line. Again, this is on FanDuel. Rangers are +156 on the money line. Over under is set at 6.
It's same over under. It's +160 Rangers and -190 Maple Leafs on Caesars.
Rangers won their last game 3-1 versus the Canadiens. That was yesterday. They're playing without one of their better players tonight. Rangers are 1-1 on the season. Maple Leafs defeated the Senators 3-1 in their last game. They're 2-1 so far this season. Both wins have came at home. They've scored 7 goals through the first 3 games. Maple Leafs have.
Yeah, I like the Maple Leafs. They're tough, man.
I like the Maple Leafs here. I like them at the -188 on the money line. But you can get decent juice. You get plus money on the -1.5 on the puck line if you think they're going to win by at least 2 goals.
Yeah, it's 130. Is that what it is over there?
Plus 132.
It's plus 130 on here.
But yeah, I like the Maple Leafs in that game. Then you have the Seattle Kraken against the Philadelphia Flyers. The Kraken, new team, new expansion team.
Their jerseys are pretty cool.
They're 1-1 so far in the season, but they've been in all their games. All of their games have been decided by 1 goal. So it's not like they've been getting blown out. And the Flyers, for some reason, have only played 1 game. Maybe they must have had maybe they had some COVID issues at the beginning of the season or something. I'm not sure, but it just says 0-0-1 is what it said the record was when I was looking up stuff. And they struggled versus the Canucks, and their goalie has struggled this. Well, I guess he only played 1 game, but he did play very good that game. So I actually like the Kraken in this game. I'm actually gonna roll with the Kraken at plus 116 on the.
You're gonna roll with the Kraken. You're releasing the Kraken, huh?
It's also a pretty good fucking rum too. You got any thoughts on that one?
Man, I don't know. When you're going with the expansion teams like that, new teams, you just never know what's going to happen. Typically, are they good? Not necessarily, but look at the Golden Knights. Whenever they were a new team.
Yeah. Oh yeah, the Flyers are just terrible.
Yeah, and he's saying they only have 1 game, so we don't really know. Like we don't have more to gauge them on. But hell, I would say roll with the Kraken too. Roll with them. Ain't got nothing to lose on it, really.
They've lost they lost 1 game by. All their games this season been decided by 1 goal.
Yeah, and if 1 game, but how you start out kind of.
Yeah.
You can kind of dictate something how maybe your first couple of games you're going until you start doing adjustments, start getting situated back in the season and all that. And if the goalkeeper's not having a good start to the season already and letting up a lot of goals in one game, then you know, hey, it can happen again.
Oh yeah.
So I mean, take that for what you will. I mean, it's one game. The goalie had a bad game his first game. Either he could do the opposite and have a great game, turn it around and pick himself up, or if it's just an issue that he's having so far this year, he could let a lot of goals in.
I don't know. They looked bad in that game. The Canucks aren't like the Canucks are top team in the league. You know what I mean? But yeah, I mean, you never know. The team can come out and be on fire. I mean, they have the Flyers favored. I mean, the books have them favored for a reason. I mean,
well, I mean, I don't think that the Kraken are probably really ever going to be favored.
I think Kraken's going to get them a win tonight. Then you have the Ducks, Anaheim Ducks against the Calgary Flames. The Flames are -1.5 on the puck line, -220 money line. Ducks are +184 on the money line. Over under for this game is at 5.5.
On Caesars, the Ducks are +175, and the Flames are -210.
Anaheim, they struggle offensively. They have trouble scoring goals, but Calgary struggles defensively. So, well, this game I think could go either way. But Calgary does have a good mix of young guys and veterans. I would lean toward Calgary on this game. But if I was going to take them, I would take them at the -1.5 because you get that at plus money.
Yeah, that's +125 on.
If I was going to take Calgary, I'd take them at the -1.5. I know Calgary struggles defensively, but I don't think Anaheim's offense is good enough to really take advantage of that.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I agree with that one. That's exactly what I would do on that one. I mean, that's not a whole lot to that one.
No. All right, let's go over to the NFL and let's look ahead at some of the.
You don't have the Blues and Coyotes?
Oh, wait a minute. There's another one?
Yeah.
Did they add one on me?
We got the Blues and Coyotes.
Yeah, Blues and Coyotes. It wasn't on here last night when I was doing my.
The Blues are
research.
-170 money line.
Yeah, they're -180 money line on here.
Arizona's +145.
-1.5 on the puck line.
Yeah.
Over under is 5.5.
Yeah.
You
get +145 on the puck line.
I ain't gonna lie, I didn't do research on this game because of it wasn't on the list last night when I was working on stuff for today's show.
I like St. Louis.
Man. Yeah, I mean, I would lean towards St. Louis definitely, but man,
I think I'd maybe take the puck line.
I like home dogs.
Yeah,
but I think the Blues are probably the better team, so I would lean towards St. Louis, even at the -180 on the money line. I mean, that's still not terrible. Okay. Yeah, when there's one hockey game tomorrow, we'll talk about that one tomorrow. The Canucks and Sabres. We'll talk about that one tomorrow at 11 a.m. Eastern on YouTube, Facebook, and Twitch. Easy Money, a sports betting show. We're giving out winners. Come join us.
On Caesars there was an odds boost on a parlay for the hockey game. Flyers, Rangers, and Blues all to win +650.
Ain't bad. Yeah. FanDuel has one. Philadelphia Flyers and Calgary Flames both to win. You get at +200. Let's see now. I ain't talking about that. I'm not getting in the NBA preseason games. I'll talk about regular season games, but preseason you just don't know who's going to play. But all right, let's look ahead at the NFL games, some of these early lines, see what we think about the opening lines. And then we'll get to our get to the picks of the day. Thursday night, you have Broncos at the Browns. Browns are 4.5-point favorites. They're minus 200 on the money line. Broncos are plus 168 on the money line. Over under is set at 42.5. I'm kind of surprised that this is only at 4.5.
It's over under 43 on Caesars. They're minus 210 and they're 4.5. Same on this.
But I'm surprised they opened up. The Browns only opened up as 4.5-point favorites at home. I would think this would be a little higher. I would jump. I like the Browns here at 4.5. But I'd get it now because I think that number is going to be going up before Thursday. By Thursday, I look for it to be close to at least 6.5 by Thursday. I would say.
Probably.
I mean, I know the Broncos aren't terrible, but the Browns are a good team. 4.5 don't seem like enough points to me. That seems low.
Yeah, especially after what the Raiders did yesterday.
But one reason that might be low too is Baker.
Oh yeah.
It's not. I don't think it's his throwing shoulder, but his one shoulder's killing him, and so they do have that question. So that's one
they
thing.
had to play with Case Keenum. I mean, Case Keenum is not. I mean,
Case Keenum's not terrible.
He's not terrible. He ain't no slouch or anything.
Yeah.
But
So you might.
He's not somebody you necessarily want to be leaning on for a long time.
So you might. Let me retract something. You might want to wait a day or two. Keep an eye on the news that's coming out about Baker Mayfield and see what his health is like.
I about forgot about that
before I jump on it because I think 4.5 is too low for the Browns. But,
and also OBJ, I think he's going to be out again or possibility.
Yeah. But man, with that running game they have,
Chubb's out.
Hunt went out too at the end of that game. So
and Chubb was out this past week. So
for Thursday night game, you're gonna have to wait a couple days and check on injury reports before.
So yeah, I can see
before
that.
I'd bet it.
I can see why they got it at 4.5 now that that I was.
There's a lot of injuries.
Yeah, but I forgot about them having those issues with the injuries for a second.
You have to wait and see who's playing and who's not playing. All right. Next game.
Who knows if Baker and all and they get too decimated by injuries, man. Denver could beat them.
Yeah.
You never know.
That's true. You have Bengals and Ravens. They have the Ravens as 6.5-point favorites right now. I like that. I mean, Ravens. They got hot the second half against the Colts, and then yesterday they just continued that fucking hot streak with the fucking just rolling right over the Chargers.
And Lamar barely even had.
I like the Bengals team. Don't get me wrong. I like the Bengals, man. I love Joe Burrow. I think Joe Burrow is great, but 6.5. I gotta take the Ravens at 6.5. I just don't think the Bengals defense is going to be. But it's also a division game, too. That's one of the other things you also have to keep in mind. These teams, a lot of times these games are close, even no matter if one team's better than the other.
Mm-hmm.
But the Ravens just seem like they're on a hot streak right now. I mean, man, their last 5.5 quarters, they've looked tougher than shit. About 6 quarters. Well, now actually about 5 quarters because the fucking Colts was up 16 with 12 minutes left in that damn game.
Did the Bengals win yesterday? I can't even remember if they won yesterday. I think that was one of the only games that I didn't have any.
Who did they play?
I don't even remember, man. I didn't have nothing on.
I think they won
on the Bengals game. So
I'd have to look. I can't remember for sure.
The Lions.
Okay, yeah. Yep. Yeah, they put it on the Lions.
Yeah.
I thought they won.
I couldn't, for some reason, it was just.
You got Panthers.
I told you, man, that Dallas game, man, fucking fried my brain, dude. Stressed me out. It took me through every damn emotion I I was able to get it to have.
You got the Panthers and Giants. They have Panthers as 3-point favorites.
Yeah.
Man,
Giants just ain't playing that good, man, and especially if Barkley's out, ain't he?
he didn't play yesterday, so I don't know if he'll be back this
He
week.
might be back this week, but hell, he's missed so much time, man.
Giants just got to quit turning the fucking ball over, man. Daniel Jones could be a fucking real good quarterback in this league if he could figure out how to quit fumbling the fucking ball.
He's not strong enough, I don't think, is his problem. Is he's too frail.
That could be some of it, but a lot of it is he holds on to the ball too long and he takes shots that he takes blind shots that I don't know, for some reason he don't feel that guy coming up.
He don't got no awareness.
Yeah, and he gets fucking, you gotta get the ball out of your fucking hand. You can't stand back there. And I'm not gonna lie, I'm a big fan of that Matt Rule. I think he's a real good coach. So that's another reason. If the Panthers, if McCaffrey could stay healthy, Panthers could be tough. They really could.
And that's because I thought Robbie Anderson was gonna have a decent year, and he really hasn't even done a whole lot this year. No. Well, he got his first touchdown, I think, yesterday.
Yep. Yeah, Packers at the Washington football team. They got the Packers as 9.5-point favorites. Man, that's a tough one. I mean, I think Packers will win the game, but I don't know if I want to give up 9.5 points. I know Washington's defense hasn't been the greatest, but fuck, man, that's a lot of points. Chiefs at Titans. Chiefs are 4.5-point favorites on the road.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know. I don't know if with that defense how the Chiefs can be favored in any game. I know their offense is good, but that defense is flat terrible. Who's going to win this game? Falcons at Dolphins.
Man.
Somebody has to win. I mean,
shit.
I guess not. I guess it could end in a tie.
Probably will between them two.
They have the Falcons as 2.5-point favorites on the road.
They're 2-point favorites on Caesars.
Patriots are 7-point favorites against the Jets. Tell you what, I know they lost, but Mac
Jones looked good.
Mac Jones didn't play bad yesterday.
There at one point, what was he, 15 for 15 or something?
Yeah, something like that.
The kid's looking sharp, man. He's looking he's a rookie. He needs more weapons. I think the Patriots going to have to go outside of their comfort zone and get either through free agency or use a high prioritized draft and get them some good a good receiver or some or some dynamic running back or something.
The Patriots don't do that.
I know that's not their normal thing, but he's not Tom Brady. No. Tom Brady, you can get away with doing that. Mac Jones, I don't know if you can do that. Give him a bunch of mediocre dudes.
Yeah.
And
I think he's going to be good, though. You give him a couple of years. I'll be honest with you. I wasn't real high on him when they got drafted that high. I was like, man.
I'm not real high on Alabama quarterbacks.
After seeing the way he's playing, though, I think he's going to be pretty good.
Yeah. I think he's probably going to be what could possibly be the best Alabama quarterback in a while anyways.
Then you have the Rams at the Lions. Rams 15.5-point favorites.
15 on Caesars.
And Eagles at the Raiders. Raiders are 3-point favorites.
Same.
In the Rams-Lions game, we'll hear about that all week, about the storyline of Stafford playing against his old team.
Mm-hmm.
But it's in L.A. Bears and Bucks. We got the Bucks as 13.5-point favorites.
13 on
Man.
Caesars.
I like the Bucks, but man, I'd wait and see if that number moves down any. But if you like him, you want to get it before it goes up to 14 too. So, Texans at the Cardinals.
Cardinals 17-point favorite on
17-point favorites on both of these sports books, and
if you take Houston, you get plus 850. Take them on the money line.
the way the Cardinals looked yesterday,
Shoo,
I could see him beating Houston by 17.
Oh
or more.
yeah.
I mean, the Colts was rolling yesterday, and I'm not saying that as like the Colts are a bad team, because I think the Colts are a lot better than what the record is. Plus, as you can tell, pretty big Colts fan. But I mean, just in comparison, I mean, I think Arizona's a good team too, and if the Colts done that to Houston, I think Arizona could have a good chance doing it too.
Yeah, dude, Arizona's looking strong.
And then speaking of the Colts,
And that's because they was missing a handful of players,
they're missing
decent players.
They're missing 3 players due to COVID and a couple players due to injuries.
Jones, Chandler Jones, he was out, and one of their offensive linemen were out. They didn't even have their head coach yesterday either, I don't think.
No, I think
He was out for COVID issues too.
And then you have the Indianapolis Colts going into San Francisco on a Sunday Night Football. They have the 49ers 3.5-point favorites. I like the Colts money line at plus 160. I think the Colts are going to win that game.
Get them plus 170 on Caesars.
I mean, I wonder who's going to be the quarterback for San Francisco is what I want to know. Because if it's Jimmy G, then I might wait a little bit and see if that number gets down to at least 3. Well, actually, plus 3.5 is fine with me. Maybe it'll go up to plus 4. But if Lance is a quarterback, and I would take the Colts money line. 49ers have a decent defense, though. They do.
Mm-hmm.
But like I said, on that game, I'm a big Colts fan, so you just got to take that for what you want. And then
But also, too, the problem that the Colts might have is it looks like T.Y. might have gotten re-injured.
Yeah.
Looks like Paris Campbell might have gotten injured. And wasn't it another person? Didn't a defensive guy go down? Somebody in the secondary?
I think so. I think we lost another secondary. We was down to 3 cornerbacks the game before.
For some reason, I want to say
Colts got to get
one of their secondary went down.
Colts
I don't know how like severe that was, if it was just a little knock or whatever, but instead you're already depleted at cornerback, so you can't afford to lose another defensive back.
Yeah.
And who else do they got at receiver? I mean, Pittman, obviously, he's having a good year.
Pascal.
I think Pascal's. I think for
that dude,
Pascal, I don't know if he had an issue or something, because I didn't see him very much yesterday. Like, I don't even think he registered a catch or anything.
We have that Doolin.
Patman. They have a receiver named Patman, a young guy they drafted last year, I think Desmond
so.
Patman or something.
And then on Monday night, you have Saints Seahawks. I like the Saints here. They're 4-point favorites on the road to Seattle, but Seattle without Westbrook just ain't the same. Or Wilson, not Westbrook. Fucking Wilson, damn it. Without Wilson, just not the same. You know what I mean? They're not the same team.
Mm-hmm.
But we'll dig deeper into these games as the week goes on. That's just basically kind of a look ahead for the lines. The lines will change a lot more once all the injury reports come out and shit like that too. If you're when in betting, you just want to try to get it at the best number. And sometimes you can find that best number early in the week, and sometimes you find the best number by waiting.
Mm-hmm.
Sometimes you can choose to wait and it can bite you in the ass,
Yeah.
and sometimes you'll choose to go ahead and jump on it early and it can bite you in the ass. I mean,
That's why it's gambling.
yeah. But all right, before we get out of here, let's get to my pick. We'll get to the picks of the day. Baseball tonight. I like the Houston Astros. I like the Houston Astros money line against the Boston Red Sox. I like the matchup with the Astros against the left-handed pitcher Rodriguez of the Red Sox. So I like Astros money line. I'm gonna go with the Buffalo Bills -5.5. Well, what is it now? -6. I'm going with Buffalo -6. Astros money line, and then in hockey, I'm gonna take the Kraken money line, and I'm gonna take Calgary -1.5. So that's 4 picks I'm gonna give out today. Calgary -1.5, Kraken money line, Bills -6. The Astros money line. You have any picks for today?
Those sound good, man.
All right.
With Squarespace, you can sell organic, raw, natural,
That's not what I wanted.
or belts, and book clients for.
We'll have to get an account where we don't have to.
Or
Yeah.
come on, feel the vibe. And sell content to people who like
Big shout out Trayvon Diggs.
techno knitting.
Boy, got another interception last night.
Yeah, Squarespace.
And
has
a pick
everything you need to
six.
sell anything.
Woo.
Oh yeah, we'll be talking about that here in about an hour.
Yes.
On GSR. All right, before we get out of here, I'll recap my picks real quick. Astros money line, Bills -6, Kraken money line, and Calgary -1.5. Don't forget, we're live every Monday through Friday with Easy Money, a sports betting show, 11 a.m. Eastern, YouTube, Facebook, and Twitch. We're also live every Monday, Wednesday, and Friday at 1 p.m. Eastern with GSR Gonzo Sports Room. It's our sports talk show. Come join us for that. We'll be live here in about an hour with that. We'll recap what happened in the NFL yesterday. Basically, just recap the weekend in sports.
Another hot sports topics.
Also, you can find GSR Gonzo Sports Room and Easy Money, a sports betting show, in podcast form on Apple Podcasts, Anchor Podcasts, Spotify, Google Podcasts. Most places you listen to podcasts, you can find us. So check us out there as well. Check out our YouTube page. We have a lot of content on there. We had a couple of pro wrestlers. Well, one pro wrestler come in with the interview last week. He's a promoter and pro wrestler. Ladies man Mike King. Go check that interview out.
Shout out Mike King.
We also had a pro wrestling podcaster and a pro wrestling manager, the director Hollywood House. He was in studio. Go check out that video. Big shout out to both
Big
them.
shout out to
both
Con.
both those guys for coming and joining us. We have another big interview coming up with the right hand of God, Sam Knight.
Yes.
So be on the lookout for that. We'll be recording that.
Super excited about that.
I think we're going to be recording that today. So that be on the lookout for that. What day we're going to air that. Shooting for one day later this week. We'll get out some graphics about that. Check out our merch store, streamlabs.com/Gonzalez Sports /merch. We have t-shirts, hats, hoodies, long sleeve tees, beanies,
bucket hats.
Help
us find Stevie.
Yeah, we just had a shirt drop last week. A new Gonzo Sports Room logo, kind of with all of us on it.
Help us find Stevie.
Check out the Steve's Missing shirt. Hit the like and subscribe buttons.
Yes.
We please hit.
And for all of you who already have, we thank you and we appreciate you all.
And whatever platform you're on, we don't care. Just hit follow, like, whichever one. On the podcast, give us a rate and review. We'd appreciate it. Oh, one more thing. Don't forget, November 7th. Heroes Helping Heroes. WCWO Pro Wrestling.
All proceeds will go to
All
the door.
the door. Yep.
All the door
All
proceeds.
ticket sales.
Ticket sales will go to helping the veterans in what is it called?
I'm pulling up this.
To the VA over there in Indianapolis.
Yeah, I'm pulling up the. I'm gonna pull up the flyer right now.
Y'all go follow our boy Hollywood House on all his social media. HOWSE. Go tell the Pope Elijah Burke that y'all demand to see the director, your director, my director, our director, Hollywood House, as his manager. Because that's a movie right there. Big shout out, Con.
All right, it's WCWO Heroes Helping Heroes. 1151 South Kentucky Avenue, Indianapolis, Indiana. Doors will open at 5. Bell times at 6. All ticket prices are $12. And
Best $12 you'll ever spend.
And all door proceeds go to the HVAF. Come join us. We're gonna be live at that show.
Yeah.
So
Everybody get out.
come join us.
Yeah.
Hey, I'm telling you, these guys put on a good show, and they're good people. It's for a good cause.
Great cause.
Come out and support. Help us support them. So I wanted to make sure we got that out there before we got off here. Like I said, be on the lookout for the Sam Knight interview here in the next few days. You think anything else, Eric?
I got one more thing. Just quick. Come on. On October 23rd, at the Guardian Brewing Company in Mad Jack's, at the Mad Jack's building here in Muncie, Indiana, they'll be having the Halloween party Saturday, October 23rd. The Bashville boys will be there. There's pumpkin carving contest, costume contest, different things going on that day. So go out and support our boys Jason Phillips and Bill Kerr. Go support them. Drink some tasty beers, eat some good pizzas. Have a nice evening. October 23rd, the Guardian Brewing Company in Mad Jack's. Go hit up that Halloween party.
If you're in the Muncie area, go check out Guardian Brewing Company. Support local businesses.
Yep.
But all right, we will see you guys here in about 50 minutes for GSR Gonzo Sports Room. So we hope to see you guys then. If not, we'll see you tomorrow morning, 11 a.m. for Easy Money, a sports betting show. We appreciate all the support. Oh, I forgot to mention, we also have a donation page set up at the same link as our merch store. If you'd like to donate to the show to help the show grow, we greatly appreciate that as well. If not, hey, we just appreciate you guys hanging with us. But all right, we'll see you guys here in about
Be safe.
45, 50
Have
minutes.
fun. Love one another.
Peace.
Peace.
Just sit back, enjoy the show. Yeah, this one of them songs that make them feel good. Yeah. Looking in the mirror like what you gon' do. The only one stopping you right now is you. Yeah, I promise I'ma fight, working every single night. Cause it's not where you're from, but where you going to. A natural part of life, yeah, I know that things change. Been trying to manage green like my name was Annie Ainge. Paid all the haters, no mind, they must know Tag 9. Cause now the new music sounds strange. Big city dreams, but a small town kid. I had to take a chance, had to do what I did. Yes, I had to fucking try, I don't even know why. But I really had faith that I'ma do it big. Now Team Henny, yeah, I promise that's a crew. Been trying to change the world, hope the message get through. Yes, you've been down from the start, so I love you in my heart. So if it's the last thing you do, just